Sharon Bill. Welcome to my YouTube channel. When you pop into the shops now, it's a significant change in the background music, isn't it? Cheesy tunes everywhere. And sometimes I just think it's a good idea to take a holiday from reason when it comes to music. And so, let's just embrace it and go with it. I remember years and years ago, my parents were in the retail business, and every Christmas we'd have this CD of Bing Crosby playing. And, sometimes it can be so bad that it's good, can't it? So Bing Crosby singing Mele, Kalikimaka is forever ingrained in my memory now. And it just makes me smile. It's so bad, it's good, isn't it? And I do like, for example, Chestnuts roasting on open fire. That's an old classic, isn't it? And the harmonies are beautiful. And so I've been doing some arrangements for my pupils to make them sort of more easily playable. So we've got Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Do you know what? Just knock out a jolly tune. It's fab, let's just enjoy it. There's the theme from the Snowman, the Walking in the Air. It's the most beautiful, beautiful piece of music. Unfortunately, if you wanted to play the kind of piano reduction score, you need three hands because it's a piano part and the voice part as well. So I've shrunk that down into a little piano part as well. But I was talking about it with my friends and I said, can you remember some of the dreadful choir concerts we did at Christmas? And I think it's perhaps more on my mind now because, of course, I'm not singing in any Christmas concerts, and maybe it's making me more sentimental, whereas I used to really, really dislike the Christmas concerts or certain songs within them. And I said, just refresh my memory of some of the dreadful things. What were the really cheesy songs? And straight back came Santa Baby. You think, oh, yeah, I've repressed the memory for that one. And Baby, It's Cold Outside. This is decades ago, and the conductor would have us wearing, Santa hats, dealy boppers, scarves. There were times when it just went a few steps too far. We did get our revenge though every year, and we'd sort of kit the conductor out for the second half of the Christmas concert in fancy dress, and we spent weeks and weeks preparing these costumes for him. I remember once knitting. I had a knitting machine at the time randomly, and knitting long rows of knitted sausages for him to throw around his neck, and he got a chef's hat and he was conducting with a wooden spoon, or he'd be an Indian headdress. I remember, I think it was my friend's mum made him that, and it was like the most elaborate, amazing costume. He's had angel wings. So we did get our revenge, really. But I was glancing through some of the carol concert music from before, and some of them, it's like, goodness, I don't even remember this. I've so repressed the memories. I can't. Children Go Where I Send Thee. I seem to remember that was a little bit lame. But I think you can tell that time was hanging heavy sometimes in the rehearsals. I've coloured in all of the front of the score, and here you can see what my priorities were. Apparently on the 19th of whatever, it must have been December, we were going carol singing around the pubs. It says carol singing pub, and then we'd go back to my friend's mum's house and she'd have soup on for us and so on. They were great times. I remember that it used to make me dreadfully ill because I do suffer with mild asthma, and that was back in the day when everyone was smoking in the pub. So you'd go out of the cold atmosphere into a smoky pub, you'd be singing and all this smoke had hit you at the back of the throat, and then I'd go back out into the cold atmosphere again, and I used to get dreadful cough and asthma attacks from that. It didn't stop me going though, did it? So here we are from Bing Crosby, Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. I don't remember some of these at all. There's one here, you can see the comments that I've written though. I particularly dislike a humming introduction, and I've written here, sounds like a gas leak. infantile humour there. And there's one here, the Sleigh Bell Serenade. And it was just kind of elevator music, so we called that one Sainsbury's Serenade. Oh dear. Like I say, I think it's made me more sentimental because I used to really dislike it. Now I'm thinking, oh, fond memories, how me, those were the days. There was one arrangement though that I did particularly love. It was a kind of a love-hate relationship. I probably did love it. And think, gosh, back in the halcyon days, we used to sing at the Victoria Hall, which is a massive, massive concert hall. It sits about 1,500 people, and we'd pack it 2 nights running. It'd sell out every single seat 2 nights running. We used to do a Friday night and a Saturday night, the same concert twice, because we just couldn't fit everyone in the hall. Now we're not doing any at all, are we? But in previous years, it's just been a good few hundred, but packed into a church, and it's like, gosh, times have changed. But I did particularly enjoy this arrangement of We Wish You a Merry Christmas, arranged by Arthur Warrell. And I've put some links to the music that I'm referring to, so you know exactly which arrangements I'm on about, so you can sort of join me in the cheesiness. And I've not chosen the links that are particularly the most popular watched videos, but the ones that are closest to the way we sang it. This one, I seem to remember we took it at a much more robust pace than on the YouTube video, but I did particularly enjoy that. We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Let's see what else is going on here. What have we got here? Oh, yeah, here's another one. It's Silent Night in German. And there's a humming section again, and of course the second sopranos and altos are humming here, and I've obviously annotated that. I just dislike humming, and there's a particular way of humming so that you don't get this nasal buzz through your nose, but it's not a favourite technique of mine. And then, Come Leave Your Sheep. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of music. Oftentimes it's really lovely music. Perhaps you just get a bit used to it. It sort of becomes a bit hackneyed if you're not careful. And I just think it's a good idea to just embrace it and roll with it. So Come Leave Your Sheep. It's a beautiful arrangement. But, infantile humour, obviously waiting for our section to take the rehearsal up again. And I'm sitting here drawing pictures of sheepies with minced sauce and so on. So I think, I used to mock, I used to criticise, I'd perhaps roll my eyes and moan a little bit, but I guess maybe that was par for the course. And actually, it's fab, it's really good to just get out the cheesy tunes. So I've got some flute duets that I've arranged for my pupils of Winter Wonderland. And the other night I couldn't sleep at all, just one of those phases, and so I sat at the computer arranging for treble recorder, now that I'm embracing this new instrument for me, the treble recorder. So I sat arranging some carols for that as well. So I just think, it's December, let's bring on the cheesy tunes, let's embrace it and roll with it. So let me know what you're playing, if you're playing anything particularly cheesy. I've never played Mele Kalikimaka on the piano. I'm not sure that would work. I think I'll just stick to listening to that one on the CD as I put the decks up. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.